Hey everyone, welcome back to Big Betty's Adventures. This is episode 3, where we get the ceiling, the bulkhead, the bench, the electrics, everything all done in the one video. Come on, let's dive in. Hi guys, back in the workshop again. We're on Big Betty's build, and we've come across a wee dilemma. It's not really a dilemma actually, but that's for me. Everything's a bloody dilemma. Right, we're about to build our bench seating. Bench seating's all done, right? So I'm sitting here. Tell you what, don't look at me, let's flip the camera. Bench seating is all done, that's both bits there. That's a wee bit, and that's a wee bit. Obviously the L seat will go this way and down and along there. And I've got some lovely MDF panel in here, which will go from the bench seat right up. But we've got a dilemma over here. This is the bit that's frying my brain. Is the window ledge. I'm gonna put my glasses on. So I want this, I'm going to zoom out a wee bit. I want this to be, I don't want it to be absolute showroom perfect, but I don't want to make a mess of it either. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to cut out, that I was always going to put a blind pod in here, a window pod with a blind behind it, and carpeted. So I've got the carpet, I've got the ply. We need to jump to IKEA and get the wee pull down blinds. But today we're going to fit this, going to cut this out, and we're going to fit that in. We're going to carpet it, just ready for the blinds. This will all be carpeted around here as well, to match the carpet that's going to be on the window blind pod. And once we do that, then I can continue cladding this. That means I can scribe it down. You know, there's quite a bit of scribe down there, and get this all fitted. So obviously the window pod will need to be a wee bit pliable. As you can see, there is quite a wee ply in that. So I've got it cut out here. You can see that's the actual edge round there, and that's the interior window edge. So this will be the size here of our wee window, and the blind will be in there. So what I'll do is I'll measure that, and then I'll go and get my blind. Right guys, first window pod is now cut out. We'll have a look and see where it's going to go in the van. I've only got one hand because I broke my stand. Right, so you can probably tell, I'll use my feet, right? There, that's just going to sit like that, lovely. It'll be all scribed in the corner there so it's nice and level and neat. I can't really get the camera back enough, as I say, I've not got my stand. But you get the idea. So that's a wee window pod cut out for that. And I've also got 1, 2, 3 more windows to do. Oh, good luck. So another 3 of these to cut out, but we'll probably do that in another video. I just want to get this one side done first, the window, so I can get the bulkhead up and then get the benches fitted. And we'll just walk from the bulkhead to the back. I think that's probably the easiest way of doing that. There's no way I'm visiting IKEA without getting a hot dog and a wee bit of ice cream. And we've got our blind. The pod is back in the workshop. We're going to get that onto this window. See all the green around the window there? We're going to get all that carpeted first. So I'm going to crack on with that and get that carpeted, get it stuck down. And then we'll get the pod. We'll get the outline of the pod all carpeted, and then we'll fit the blind onto the back of it. Come on. Right, so we've done that wee bit. We've got the carpet all around the window, which we'll no see. It might be a wee bit overkill, but I just wanted to, because when you lift the blinds up, you're going to see the frame. So I'll show you that now. I'll flip the camera. This didn't need to be perfect. I just wanted it to be just nice and tidy, so that when you lift the blinds up, you're not going to see the green of the van. That's all. And then the pod will go over that, which we've got that's all cut out. And carpet ready to stick on with the trim fix, so we'll get on and do that. I don't have a tripod to film myself just now. It was in the back of my van, it fell and broke, so what I'll do is I'll just battle through it and then show you the results. Right guys, there's nothing really much I can do in the van just now. As I say, we're still waiting and loads of stuff coming, but as you've probably seen in the last video, I've done all the 12 volt electrics for the camper van. So all the 12 volt stuff's already, it's all cut. All the lengths of cables are all cut to exactly where they're all going to, and they're all labelled so I know where they have to go. So that's all ready. The only thing I've not done is the AC side, or the 240. The 240 volt side. My big shiny head there. Just your normal UK plugs. So what we're going to do is we're going to fit 2 of these in the van. So one in the kitchen area, which will plug where, might even put 2 in the kitchen, but definitely one in the kitchen area we're going to plug our induction hob into that, and the other one will be for whatever else, like a microwave. So that's the only 2 cooking things that we're going to have in the kitchen, is the microwave and the induction hob. I might get a Ridge Monkey for the induction hob, but I also might just get a wee Jaws Foreman toaster or something like that. So I'm not too sure yet, but that's another video. But it'll be something like that anyway. And so my microwave and induction hob are definites, so they're definites anyway, so we need 2 sockets for those. And this will be when we're on campsite hookup, 240 volts. So when we're at the campsite, we'll get this unit here, this unit that will plug directly into the campsite bollard, and this will be fitted in the camper van under the back seats. See, some people use a fixed bed in their camper vans, and they've got a big garage kind of area, they call it a garage area, underneath their bed, and that's usually where they put all their electrics. But this will be, I'm going to have a bench, a double bench in the back, so this will be sitting underneath that, and then this will be right in the kitchen. So this will be beside the kitchen basically, so I won't need to extend this particular cable, but I will need to extend the other one for the living room or the living area. So once this is plugged into the campsite, this is going to give you your power, and you don't have to worry about power. You can power anything you want. That way you can do your cooking and things like that, and you can charge up your Blue Yeti or whatever power system you've got. If you use a power system, a power box, power unit, you can charge that up fully while you're on the campsite. You can switch that off, and you don't need to use it again until you're on the road. A lot of people do plug their units in when they're at campsites and don't bother unplugging it, just use that for their system as well. You can do that as well if you want, but I don't really see the need to do that if you're already getting the power from the campsite. Just turn your Blue Yeti off, fully charge it, turn it off, and just leave it, and just use your campsite power while you're in the campsite. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one of these in the kitchen, as I said, and I'm going to have one in the media wall in the living area, which will go into here. So we've got 4 sockets that are live in the van, and this spare one is where the Blue Yeti will plug in, and that will just charge up. So, and I've got a couple of USBs on there and all, if need be. So that's what a very simple and effective 240 volt system. Easy peasy. So that is the next job. As I said, I don't need to extend this particular one. This will be long enough. This will be long enough just to sit in the kitchen unit, because this is going to be right underneath, right at the wheel arch. So this will be fine, this one, but the other one I will need to extend, so we'll do that next. Hey guys, so we're on the next morning, back onto the Big Betty build, and we've got ourselves some blinds. We went to IKEA yesterday, as you've seen, and I bought blinds initially for the window, and they were far too small, but those blinds that were far too small are ideal for the back doors. So we bought an extra one of them, so now we've got 2 blinds for the back doors, and we've got one for this window pod right here. Right, so right out of the box, these blinds come with these bits already attached on one side, but if you flip it over to the other side, you can see that they're not attached, and you get them loose in the box. That's for, obviously, so you can cut this to whatever length you want, then you add the end pieces on. I've put one on here, they're dead simple, as IKEA stuff generally is. And these only go in one way, so you're not going to get this wrong. This is my 3rd take, by the way, so I've been getting it wrong. but you shouldn't get it wrong. That just slides, as you can see, it just slides into there like that. And pull that tight together. Get yourself a wee soft hammer. You don't need it, you can push these in with your hand, but they're kind of sharp edges and they dig into your palm. Just a wee rubber mallet. And that's them on both sides. And now you've got your full blind ready to get the rails onto that. And we'll do that next. My God, they were tough, I'm telling you. I don't think they were made in Sweden, I think they were made in Scotland. The girders are absolutely solid. I went through about 3 blades and I ended up using my jigsaw, still wouldn't cut through it. So I had to end up just bending it till it snapped, and it snapped a nice clean line. Absolute nightmare. That's the blind in situ, as you can see. We've got the 4 of them up, we've got the wee poles, the wee sliders, and they're ready to go. And underneath you can see, obviously this will be the front, this end round here will be the front. So this is just ready to screw on. What I've done now is, you can see I've just marked on there where these go, and then what I'll do is I'll get these screws and screw them on there solid. They've also got some 3M to stick on where they go as well. So what I'll do is I'll stick them on and screw some screws through them, and then we'll go and try and fit it in the van, see how it looks. There we have it, our first pod is fully built and it fits lovely on that window that you can see in there. They just slide up easily. Obviously I've only got one hand. Beautiful, carpeted perfectly. I'll bring that down with the middle of it now. And I think they're lovely. That's just a wee bit because it was leaning on the wood. Aye, so there you go, our first pod. And you can see that it's solid as well and strong and well built. Crackpot. Aye, so there we go, I'm happy with that. So next time you see this, hopefully it'll be on there, and then we can get the bulkhead finished. We interrupt this broadcast for a very important message. The delivery has arrived, it's here. We can finally get to finish the ceiling in Big Betty. But that's for another day. This is the end of the day and I'm getting home. I've got a gig tonight, the 80s gig with Big Geo. So I'm going to go home and get ready for my 80s gig. And we football tomorrow with a wee man, so we'll pick this up on Monday again. So see you on Monday, we'll get the ceiling finished. Right, turns out there's no football for the boys this afternoon or this morning. So we're back down at the workshop. It's a Sunday afternoon. What are you going to do? We sit in the house. I'd rather be working on my camper van. But anyway, I've already cut the stuff out and it's on the window. It's just sitting there, a wee bit of masking tape holding it on. This one's obviously decided to roll itself up. But we're going to do it. This is like my 3rd or 4th attempt. You should see the pile of rubbish that I've got. I've nearly killed the whole roll trying to do this. It's so difficult, so it is. That's because Lynn's not helping me. She's done all the rest of the windies, no bother. She's got the patience right enough, I don't. But we'll try it again. But this time I went and bought better blades. So we got some nice new blades. I've got a heat gun which I'm going to use, and I watched a wee YouTube video this morning. I was only squishing water on the window and on behind the plastic, but this guy was squishing it on the window, behind the plastic and in front of the plastic, which made his wee slider much easier to get all the marks out. So we're going to try that with a wee bit of heat as well and see if that makes it any better, any easier. So we'll get you up on a tripod and we'll give this another go. Coming. Right, so I've squished loads of water on the window, on the front and on the back of the film as well. It's easily manoeuvrable. Just move it about till you're happy with where you are. When I cut this out, I actually done it on the outside of the window. I put it up on the outside of the window, I got my sharp blade and I took it right round the rubber, the outside of the rubber, and that was absolutely perfect. There's a wee kink on this up at the top there. I'm going to get my heat gun onto that and maybe just be able to get it out and should be alright. Always handy to have a towel on your window ledge, just to pick up the excess. Just watch you don't catch it when you're sliding it along. There's a couple of wee bubbles in it, but they can be squeezed out. There's a lot of soap on it, but it's on this side, that's fine. So, shit. See, it's dead easy to... Right, let's do that again. It's dead easy to move. You can hear that, it's all peeled off because I've bloody moved it there. That's alright, I'll go back on. There you go. Big bubble in the middle there. That's alright, get that squeezed out. And that's squeezed out the bottom, all the air's came out the bottom there. Up, that big bubble there. This is just a wee kit that I bought on eBay. They give you a selection of these wee things, and they also give you a wee, it's like a wee carpet, a wee soft bit of felt or whatever it is. Just keep drying it every now and again, and it's perfect. Right, so I think that's that one on. I don't know what I don't know what that is. If it looks like a wee hair, that's alright. It's right up at the top corner and it's never going to bother me. My blinds are going to sit about there. Yep, I'm fine, I'm happy with that. We'll get the heat gun. Heat gun on low. And just try and see if it will just suck onto the window. Just this wee bit up here's annoying me. Even though we'll never ever see it. There you go, the heat gun actually sorted that out, that's fine. A bit in there, it's not stuck. It's just pushing wee tiny bits of air bubbles out. There you go, happy with that. Let's bring you in a wee bit. Yeah, so happy with that. As you can see the difference there. And when you're outside, you can't see a thing inside. So you can see perfectly well outside. And it's so nice and neat right round the edges. Lovely, let's go on with this one now. This is more difficult because there's a wee cut out here where the window slides open and a couple of wee notches there. But we'll cross that bridge when we come there. But I am happy with that. Big Betty has our first blind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to go. Right folks, we're back in the workshop. It's raining outside, so I thought I'd come in here, close the doors and just work on this. I've got the blind back off the van because we need to get the scribing done. I've got my wee scribing tool here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the blind back out into the van again and scribe it right down. But I think I need 2 pairs of hands here, so I might need to get a wee bit of help. The reason the blind is in here is because I had to put the vinyl on the window, or the window tint on, so that's all done. I'm quite happy with the tint. So there was a lot of wee things I had to do before. The initial start of this video, right, we're going to go back here. I do this all the time, like Billy Collin, I go off in tangents. So we built the bulkhead, alright? And then I built my benches, which are sitting there. That's all the benches are sitting there. So I went to fit them and I realised, oh wait a minute, I need to clad that wall. So the bulkhead has to be cladding. Right, so I measured the cladding and I went away and bought it. I showed you, it's the MDF stuff that looks like tongue and groove pine. But it's just this MDF, it's lovely, really smooth and a nice finish on it. So I went and bought that, and that's all cut and ready to go on. But then I realised, wait there, I need to scribe it to fit, because it was going to just hit the glass on the window. So then I had to say, right, well, I need to build my blind. This here, I need to build that, put that on, so as the wood can go up against it, and then I've got something to scribe to. And then when I built the blind, I realised, wait there, I need to tint my windows, because I'm not going to be able to get into tint them when this is on. So, you know, I'm always, my head's like 3 steps behind or 4 steps in front. It's never in between. It's never in the middle, but we're all ready now. We'll get everything sorted. Windows are all tinted, blinds made, benches are built, and the cladding is all ready to put on. So I just need an extra set of hands now. So I'm going to go and try it myself, because I might be alright. I can just prop things up, but I'll give it a wee go and we'll film it anyway. Come on, let's go. We're alright, we don't need an extra set of hands, we can do it ourselves. Mr. Independent. Right, back in the van, I'm going to spin you in. So I put a wee screw in there, and a wee screw in there, that counts as my 2 hands that I need. This is on the window. I'll go zoom back a wee bit. This is on the window. It's been screwed on. Just a wee tiny screw through there, you can hardly see that. Wee tiny screw through there. These are all going to be hidden anyway. 3 wee screws. I won't put one on here yet, because this is going to be screwed onto this. So that's up. And now what we'll do is we'll get the cladding up. That line, that black line, that right across there is the height of our bench, although it looks a bit low. Well, saying that, there's going to be about 5mm of foam on top of that again, and there's going to be a lift up lid. That's plenty. So that's where the cladding's all going to go. So it's going to go from here down to that line. So I'll put a wee screw in there, and I'll just sit my cladding on there. And what I've done was I scribed it with my wee scribing tool, there it's there. And I've transferred that over to the board. And there you go, that's all scribed, just ready to be cut. I've started it, but as I said, I forgot to film, so what I'll do is I'll film this wee bit. Before I do that, when you're choosing a blade, when you've got the surface that's going to be shown, you want the blades to be pointing down the way, so the tear out is on the back that's not seen, and it's nice and sharp on this side. I'll show you what I mean. This is MDF, so really you should be, I'm right at the end of the door here, so all the dust is all blown out, but get yourself a mask on when you've got MDF. I just do that with my t-shirt over my nose, over my mouth. So that's the scribe cut out. Just get a wee sanding block and ground it. You don't really need, that was a very good cut. So if you've got a decent blade, then it will cut it nicely. There's a wee bit here, see this wee bit here? It might need a wee bit of flattening down with my actual sander. But we'll see how that goes on when I put it in the van. I'm going to go and fit this in the van now and put you guys on the tripod. So as you can see, we've got the bench. Let me just, in fact, just leave that. No, I can just show you underneath. We've got the bench all built, right, and it's all in and it's all solid. And now we're on to getting this wall cladded. So there's been quite a bit of work that I didn't manage to to get filmed. But aye, it was just a wee bit of woodwork. Just building the benches and getting the scribing out the bulkhead there. So that's just ready to get to get fitted. Also, you seen the last wee bit there when I was putting the wires together for this. This is all done now as well. So I've finished that off. Oh, something fell there. And I've finished the other side off. And as you can see, I've got the lights already in there. The lights are all in and they're all working. They've all been tested. We're good to go. We just need, this sheet here is far too big for me to hold up myself. So I'm going to get Lynn to help me with that tomorrow. So and then once that's up, once Lynn's going to stand and hold it, I'm going to mark where the lights are, or she's going to tell me where she wants the lights, I should say. So once she does that, then I'll get the holes cut out, and then I'll get that completely all done, and I'll get the rest of the lights in this, and then we'll get that up in the ceiling. But we're going to finish this just now. So I've already scribed that out. What I done was I got a bit of cardboard, and just see you can see the wee wheels on this at the end there. I just ran them down there, scribed it onto the cardboard, and put the cardboard on there, transferred it over to here. Just going to get my glasses on, finish this off. This is MDF, water resistant, moisture resistant MDF, and the wind's blowing that way, so you really should have a mask on. I don't have a mask, but the wind's blowing that way and all the dust is going away up the street, so yeah, we're quite happy. Again, get a wee bit of fine sandpaper, although that's a good blade. It does give it a good cut. But there's nothing wrong with tidying it up. Okay, let's try and get this fitted. I don't know if I showed you this bit over here. I think I did actually in one of the other videos, or earlier in this video I should say. Just a wee scribe down here and a wee cut out here just to get around the window. Push that right against the window and it fits in there perfectly. Like a glove. I dropped my camera. And let's see how this bit looks here. That's good enough for me. Oh, there's a wee kink there, but we'll sort that out. Don't worry, I'll get the sander onto that. It runs lovely right up with the shape of the door. Obviously, the other sheet's going up there. I don't know what to do with this void. Obviously that'll be screwed right on there, so there's not much of a void there. But there's a void nonetheless. I know what I'm going to do. Yep, I know what I'm going to do, don't worry about that. We'll see that in another video, how I tidy that up. But there you go, bench is built and we've started the bulkhead. I'll screw that on and then we'll go on to finishing this wee bit and then we'll get the top bit done. Right, so I'm nearly done for this video, guys. We've actually done quite a lot, so we have. We've got all this done, all the ceiling stuff done. We've got the window pod done. We've got the bench built and screwed down, both sides. We've got the cladding, that's all cut and scribed into the side. There's like the top bit of cladding to get, but I can't put the top bit of cladding on until I do the ceiling. So there's always something, you know what I mean, that I need to do first before I do something else. But I've marked all the lights on the ceiling, and then I've transferred them all over to our wood. It's going up on the ceiling. So we've got one hole cut out there, I've got another 3 to cut out as well. So once I get those cut out, then it's just a case of attaching our lights, and then on the next video I'll show you that all lit up, all illuminated, and I'll show you how we're going to work the 12 volt system, because the 12 volt system is what's going to run most of the camper. I've already went through the 240 volt system with you, but the 12 volt system is the big one. Aye, so that's us for this video, guys. In the next video, you'll see us having a laugh trying to fit this up in the ceiling, as I need 2 hands for that. I can't do it myself, so Lynn's going to help me. She's been busy, but she's going to help me. And next week will be everything fitted, and we'll get on to getting the furniture. We'll get the frontage of the bench. We're going to use white Conti board for that. It's like a lightweight furniture board. You just get it for B&Q. It's hard wearing, it's washable, because there's going to be kids in the van, and Lynn wants it white, so I want it white as well. It's going to be nice. Aye, so that's us for this video, guys. So if you've enjoyed what you've been watching, give us a wee like and a wee share, a wee thumbs up, and subscribe, guys. It costs you nothing, but it helps me an awful lot. Aye, so I'll see you in the next one. Thanks very much.